Thank you for joining us. We're going to just go ahead and jump straight into questions. I know some folks are already in the locker room. Eric Goodman, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, Josh, first of all...
Sorry, Eric, do you mind?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
First of all, what's Driussi dealing with? How close was he to being able to play tonight, and what's his outlook going forward?
He's got a hamstring. I don't think it's, we don't feel like it's terribly significant, but obviously it happened Wednesday, and then it took him out of contention for this game, but we don't expect it to be long.
And then same thing for Väisänen, if you know anything about what he's dealing with. And then when you see him go down, a half hour into do you have
don't
does
even
it feel
say
like
it.
a bad
You don't even
dream?
have to say it, Eric. You don't have to say it. But it's disappointing. Obviously, Leo's been getting back. He's been getting fit, and he's got something in the bottom. It's plantar fasciitis, is what he said. It's kind of like the tendon on the bottom of your foot. So some irritation, and clearly he felt a little something that he needed to come out for. But it's not. There's that side of the first half, and then there's just the first half. It was quite disappointing. It was unrecognizable from what our group has looked like in 6-7 weeks of preseason, and from personality, from speed, from combativeness, from dueling. So it was sorely lacking the things that we preached and been about in preseason. And you see real quick in the second half when a little bit of success, but the injection of some other life and again character, a little bit of quality, and that grows the game immediately for us. And you can't waste 45 minutes the way we did. That was it was unrecognizable, and Brad made some saves to keep us in the game. And I think at that point in the second half, you're in the game, and there's some opportunities to make this 1-1, and I think we could do more in some of those spots, and we don't. But we got to learn from it. It's one game, but there's certainly some discussion points with the guys, and what I liked was obviously the reaction and the introduction of some other guys. We got to get some guys fit, and that will help us in the long run as well.
Yeah, so by other guys in particular, you're talking about Obrian and Rubio.
Sure.
So talk about
sure.
their performances and just
solid. Came in, you get what you expect. They have, again, personality. They're experienced. There's combativeness. There's running behind the line. There's there's an urgency and an intent right away. And again, we will talk to individuals, the group. The way that we have performed and the space that the guys have been in, it was well off in the first half. And those guys came in, and the group in the second half brought a little bit more, but the introduction of those guys helped us considerably.
right, but also you'd emphasize defense and 13-2 shots,
Sure.
7-1 shots on goal first half, 11-1 corners.
Yeah, I think that's part of that's the most disappointing point about it. There's no doubt about it. You have to play with the ball. You have to compete without the ball. The competing element was not representative of what these guys have been about. Not representative at all. What the games have looked like, what trainings have looked like. So the second half, it's a bit better, but it wasn't hard to get better than the first half. It was disappointing, and we got to make. There's competition in the group. I think that's clear and evident, and we'll keep pushing forward.
Jorge?
Josh, on the first 45 minutes, do you have any thoughts of doing some change of strategy or substitution, something, instead of waiting 45 minutes?
Well, I think you want the guys to execute. You want to give them the time and try to work their way through it. It is challenging when Leo goes down. You're adjusting a little bit as things are happening there. You're trying to get information to guys. The lack of connections, I think the spacing of some of our build-ups, we didn't help ourselves with positioning, but we didn't help ourselves just with again, the execution of what we've been doing with and without the ball. So, it's second half much better, but we got to improve for the next game, for sure.
And your thoughts about changing Gallagher and putting your son there?
I think the changes in the second half were needed, and right away I think you saw a good uptick in the group. It's about decision making, it's about speed, it's about quality with the ball, to allow us to problem solve some situations, and again I think all those things got much better as we made the changes in the second half.
Corey?
Thoughts on Brad's performance? I know you talked about it a little bit,
Yeah.
but he was phenomenal.
Yeah, no, he made some saves. I mean, Brad's a very solid goalkeeper in this league. Some key saves there to keep us 1-0, and it gave us the lifeline in the second half. Again, I think we have a couple, 2 or 3 good chances to grab an equalizer. And I think, what I've seen in our group is when there is any little moments of success can breed confidence really quickly. So we just need to find our way in the game much quicker than we did. And Brad did a good job.
And then on those chances, I was wondering on Rigoni's run and Obrian's run.
Yeah.
too much passing? Do you think?
Yeah,
Or?
I mean, any one of those guys could maybe take a little more aggressiveness and try to get the goal, but the transition from set pieces has been something that we've keyed in on, and that love the willingness, love the recognition from Brad, Emmy, Obi. Those guys got out, and we got on the break, and between the three of them, I know Danny had a little bit, Obi had a little touch, so. Again, the game can swing in an instant. Obviously, we had to do, Brad did well to keep us in it, but the opportunity was there. We didn't execute in those moments.
We'll go here and then to Kirk, please.
I'm interested in thinking, are you going to stick with the starting lineup going forward and, considering just, this is, a one-off, as, this is just one bad game, and that going forward the cohesion will grow with the starters?
Well, you hope to get the group, continue to get the group healthy. I think the first game of the season isn't indicative of, who you'll end the season with. I'd say that's been a pretty fair assessment in all 3 years here. But, I would expect Julio to get fit and get in there. Diego and Obrian will certainly make their way in. We've been utilizing Pepe in a little bit more advanced role because of his qualities, but there requires some discipline and some understanding of how you can utilize positioning and the timing of when to make movements. So, again, I think Biro got minutes and was another bright spot to get him out on the field. Owen, I think did a good job at right back. Again, it's about connecting the game, making good decisions. It's not his natural position, but given where we were at in the game and what we were trying to achieve, I think they did a decent job. So, yeah, I don't expect the starting lineup to be the same as tonight, but we got competition inside the group, and we got to perform better.
Kirk?
Did you think about substituting earlier, and were you even tempted to do it in the first half?
Well, we already used one. You only have 3 instances. I mean,
Right.
the one time is maybe at halftime, but you want to give these guys a chance to go out. We had a discussion at halftime, and you're not going to waste too much time.
Right.
Obviously, you can't afford to go down 2, and there were moments where it was picking up in the second half, but we needed more, and we got the guys in 30 minutes, 30+ minutes, and again, the opportunities, the game, I think, had a little bit more life and personality at that point, and that's one of the few positives with the game.
Did you kind of let the guys have it at halftime or post game?
Yeah, a little bit at halftime. We got to go out and play, and
Right.
obviously you want to talk about how things we could have done better with and without the ball, and I think you want to give them the opportunity to go out and execute, and we learn a little bit about our guys.
Mm-hmm.
Personality is something we talk about. You got to show courage. You got to be brave enough. You got to be resilient enough, and again, I thought what we saw in the second half was a bit better, but we got to improve a lot on the first half performance.
They're singing happy birthday to you out there, Josh.
Thank you,
Just so
guys. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate that.
Anybody else? Who else has questions? Michelle, Jimmy? Nothing? Yeah.
Birthday.
Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome. So how do you turn things around? I know it's the first game, but I was just out with some fans.
Sure.
They were just expressing how they felt, saying that they were getting tired of kind of the same old thing. I
Yeah.
assume 2023 haunts them still. So how do you give them some
Yeah, understandable. I think we were also miffed at what that looked like in the first half, and we have to improve on that. That was really disappointing. I don't think there's any two ways about it. And we got to get the players in a space that obviously more reflective of what we've been doing in preseason, and and get back to our fundamentals, the basics of what we're trying to do, and again, keep guys healthy. I mean, obviously, we don't need guys going the other direction as we've had, but the other guys that are there, it's opportunity, and we have who we have. We got to go to war each week, and we'll keep preparing the guys. And again, I think you see glimpses of what it can be like when a little bit of success comes in there. These guys can get going quickly, and obviously, in addition, like Sebastian, his quality and just his personality injects a lot into our guys. But it's life. He's not there. Other guys need to pick up and obviously respond to it. And we got to get better.
and how do you celebrate your birthday?
I'm not sure. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I'll give it some thought for a couple more hours. But I'll be working, I'm sure.
The whole SIP thing, was that just draining for the team?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, from an outside, you can look at what that first half looked like and feel like, man, maybe it took a little life. But, we've had at Seba where we've missed him for a bit, and our record in that was okay. I think we won 3-3-1 without him. But regardless, the guys that are out on the field they're pros. They're here to compete. It does. maybe put guys in a little bit different position at certain moments as far as how we want to defend what we've been doing in preseason. But he's an influential player. There's no, you're not replacing Seba for a like regardless. So, but inside that, we also need to know as a group how we need to go about the game to execute and give ourselves the best chance to win. So,
Thanks, Joel. Anything else? All good? Thank you so much. Appreciate your time tonight. Cheers.